Since we're talking about people you've worked with, I'm trying to learn more about this trapper Aristos. Are you sure he's a trapper still? His voice is inquisitive. I spoke with him in this very place not so long ago, and he was convinced he's going to take a lot of craft. Interesting. Alright. Well, it was nice talking to you. For whatever that's worth. I don't think we're gonna have that kind of conversation. I guess I should go see El Pagos. I have the witch's message to deliver after all. Things just feel heavier as the days go on. So why do I feel lighter? Alright, let's check the fish. Shake the basket expecting it. It'll get dry during your ride and attach it to your saddle. Oh, I never set it up. Oh, shit. Still have another one, right? Yeah. It's like 3 days old, though. Oh, to the pelt. After dragon coins, I shouldn't gamble anymore. I don't think I've ever won. But I should go to the well. Innkeeper, leftovers, not today. Anything you want to buy? 6 coins. No. Did I already ask you? I feel like I already asked you. Alright, let's check out the old camp. Oh, there's something else to find there? Never mind. I wanted to burn bodies, but okay. If I go this way, I'll get to the abandoned watchtower. I wonder if I could put one of the rods near Beholder. Nope. I probably shouldn't. That'll be a magical item, wouldn't it? Some crossroads. About time to get to old Pagos. The road is still covered with Pepper's leftovers, as well as all the leaves and branches on the ground. The least beast is nowhere in sight, even though there are some fresh paw prints just nearby. Your plan worked just fine. Alright, let's hope the locals won't be upset after the wasted fruits. Oh, I forgot to repair my gams, damn it. Calm of fire comes from the settlement. As you reach the gate, you hear weeping. Knock on the gate a few times, but for a minute or two, no one comes. Finally, Tertia opens the peephole. You approach the gate and knock at it. She gives you a long look. Healthy? Still? Good. I'll picture you caring for me. You do see the enchantress from the east wants to know if Eulalia and Irenaeus have avoided the sickness. A long and comfortable silence. She's too late. They were asking for their daughter in their nightmares before the illness took away their tongues. We burned both of them on the same day, if it means aught to her. She looks down. Tell her I'm sorry for her loss. I hope she found the peace she was looking for. Damn. That's gonna be devastating. Oh, I should tell you about the druid's plan. I may know of a way to help you with the plague, you begin. Even before you end your story, various voices interrupt you with all sorts of queries, which results in a long and chaotic conversation. As their enthusiasm rises, more people approach the gate, chiming in with their doubts or asking for things that have been already explained. Through the hole in the gate, you see a swarm of shifting faces and clothes. It's understandable that they're worried. I try to tell them everything I know. So you can discuss it later on. No, it's understandable. Their lives are already hard enough. I don't wanna. The locals spend most of the time arguing with each other about hope, desperation, doubt, and distrust. You're even accused of trying to manipulate desperate souls. Okay, well, maybe I should have talked to you one by one. Reaching the point where you can move on takes you a good few minutes. There isn't much you can do here, but as I've said, awakening the altar requires Numa. Got something I could use as a sacrifice, that'll be a huge help. Yet another long discussion occurs on the other side, though this time it's more organized, one soul speaking at a time. When Tertia addresses you, there's sadness in her eyes. There are no enchanters here, Warden. All the magic potions we had were used to fight the plague, and my neighbors don't want to give away our last treasure to someone they don't trust. I can't make this decision for them. Serious? You'd rather keep some treasure than you save your lives? People on the other side fall silent. The woman observes you with reluctance. It's not the way we do stuff. We won't turn ourselves into mindless beasts. You won't be my... Oh. By the right. By the fucking right. Okay. Well, if you'd like to know, I've been to many settlements, warning the locals about plague. You don't have to worry about their safety. Thank you, Warden. She bows her head. I'll ask the council to rethink our isolation. With the gates and doors of our neighbors closed, we could start seeking food after all. Maybe even send outside a few hunting trips. Oh, right. I found an ibex marked with red knot. Was any of yours? Her brown eyes widen. You found it? Is it safe? After you mention the kobold, she nods. We had no hopes of seeing it again. Creatures who are used to living with humans won't survive on their own. I'll let the others know. Thank you. People from the other tribes are looking for spouses. Although, I figured you don't have anyone to offer. She blinks as a question reached her from another realm. We can't be sure of the next spring, even less so that our gates will ever open. I can't offer you any promises for the tribes. That's fair. I just thought I'd bring it up. Well, what do you have for sale? We used to get supplies for rocks and sculptures, but the monks advised us against it. Our wares may carry the illness. That's fair. Alright. Damn. I know, they don't even want the help. They'd rather die. Maybe I can ask the monastery. A white and black eagle is circling around you, but leaves you alone before you reach the monastery. A few monks are training in the yard, clashing their wooden staves loudly. A colorful smoke leaves one of the cave mouths. You call the monks by hitting the sticks, and the drawbridge lowers. Haley gestures for you to enter the storage house with his bandaged hand. Warden. He nods. Is all right? His young companion is right next to him, observing your palfrey. Oh, I probably shouldn't ask that yet. Can't I spend the night here? Would it be too much trouble? Actually, it is getting dark. Want us to give thee a chest and a weapon rack too? Or maybe feed thy mouthlings in our gardens? Or ask us to bed with thou? It's not an inn. We respect the hardships of one's journey, so we don't scare off the strangers who cross the mountains. We don't let them wander about and take our time for granted. He looks at his bandaged hand, makes a fist, and opens it and stretched out his fingers. Maybe with old Pagos locked, our old rules too shall change. Locked? Oh, man. I don't want to bring this up yet. They don't even like me enough. They certainly won't give me anything with Numa in it, right? I do know someone who has Numa. And who's all from Old Pagos. Alright. Tomorrow we're setting off to the witch. You ride through the open gate and swiftly dismount. Some of the locals greet you politely, but they keep their distance. Ah, yeah. Sorry, broke. Believe me, the gold's going to a good place. We go to the main square. Let's say gold, I meant bones. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'll sleep. What are they asking for? I think I can make it to the witch in time. Oh no. I didn't think I'd get attacked. Anyway, how many rods? Okay, I have put 4 rods. That's good. At least when we get there, we can ask for some coin as well. Village remains dead. Look for the fish trap. No. Wash myself. Hell to the north. And to the inn. Innkeeper, leftovers. Dang. Alright. We're moving on. Fallen tree. We're supposed to clear this area. The rocks have been cleaned by centuries of rain and wind, and you get startled by the sight of animal scales and realize it's just a basking grass snakes, pursuing advantages among the rocks. Can I wash myself more? No, I can't. Wasn't I supposed to come help clear it? Oh, that's whatever. To the secluded residence. A loud roar comes from the north, making a pal for a stop. A few heartbeats, it snorts and moves along. You touch the cold shell, the monster's eyes glow red. Go inside, I'll be with you soon. The stone creature lets you in. This, you close the door behind her. You're back. Yeah. I guess I should probably rip the bandit off. Bring news of your parents. She takes a deep breath. Tell me. I'm so sorry, Odysseia. She closes her eyes. Her voice becomes absent. Mac the trade then. I'm going to lower the price of my spirit rocks for you. By 2 dragons, I think that's fair. She opens her gray eyes and you notice the tears. Her voice is shaking. I need a moment. Yeah, alright. I guess I'll go brush. No, my horse has been begging me to brush it. Use this hour to rest from riding. You exercise a bit, practice combat stances with your axe, then brush Magenta, which then gladly takes a nap. And also, I realized I didn't repair my armor. When Lucille leaves her house, she crouches by a bucket of water and washes her face. When she straightens up and turns toward you, there's a shadow of a smile on her lips. I'm glad you stayed around, but I'll be fine. Is there aught I can do for you? Yeah. I can't bring up. The roads around the watchtower are in terrible shape. One of your golems look after them. Wait, okay, I did. Let's get some good news. I did place the bronze rods. Issa wipes her hand on her robe and puts out one into her pocket, waits for you to describe the locations where you've placed the rods. She asks you for a few details and thinks aloud. Let's see, 4 rods in total, so that would be. Here you go. Great, keep it up. Why'd you ask me to place a rod in white marshes specifically? Is it because of the undead? Did I place a rod in white marshes? Oh no, I didn't, because they don't trust me yet. No, why? She scratches the ground with her foot, then points at her golem. I still need to do a bit of work with the sentinels, but I hope to offer one to them, maybe in the spring. It could replace 10, 20 humans. The villagers may not have much food right now, but I know how to be patient. They have quite a bunch of awoken corpses, you know. She moves her head behind her shoulder. All I can do is hope they know when to stop. Yeah, I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. Well, they seem to be... Well, some of them seem to be ashamed of it. Not as much as they have spite for the other villagers, though. No, the roads around the watchtower are in terrible shape. Bonnet your golems look after them. Especially now that the bronze rods are set. Why would I bother? You expect her to continue, but her question is earnest. The paths are getting overgrown. Soon getting to the other villages will be close to impossible. She twirls her hair, looking in the direction of the tower. It may be for the better. She starts listlessly, then shakes her head gently. You may be right. I hope the trail would take care of itself, with traders and all, but the years are getting emptier. Still, I need my workers to seek food and to guard my walls. She speaks mostly to herself. I could bring you rations in return. She reserves her boots, then crosses her arms. The more bronze rods there are spread across the peninsula, the easier it is for me to send the golems into the woods. For now, let's say 12 rations. I guess gentler roads will get me more food anyway, so I don't need you to bring me any barrels. 12 rations. Oh, I'll think about it. I'll probably place the rods first. Alright, let's see if we can trade. Spirit Rock. Pebble filled with Numa, useful for spellcasters. I can't just ask her to give it to me. I'm not sure how much I need. But I'll get this. How much more do I have? 5? Okay. Now, guess we're seeking shelter. And we're staying in here. Alright, now I gotta get my gambeson repaired. And I should wash up. Let's see if the innkeeper has any leftovers. Woo! Thank goodness. Now, armorer, I need your services. Now, I guess we're going this way. I can check Steep House. No. Can I wash more? No, I can't. Now there's Cave. Now there's Dell. I guess I could take this to Beholder. Approach the altar, make an offering. Rock. Place a couple of regular rocks at the... Oh, no, I'm... Spirit rock. As soon as you lay it on the stone slab, the pebble hisses for less than a single breath and shatters into dozens of tiny rocks not much larger than grains of sand. A tree greets your offering with the sound of moving, stretching branches. That's creepy. Okay. Well, I'll try to get some more. Guess we can go rest here. Nope, broke. Well, it wasn't earlier today, but now I am again. Oh, maybe the druids. Maybe they could help me. Oh, nope, never mind. Any chance Bion has any magical? No? Well, dang. Okay, main square. Trader. What do you have to sell? Oh, I need 4 to get that lantern. Dang. Is that axe better than mine? Well, whatever. I guess we got time to kill. We'll wait until evening. And we'll sleep. Oh, maybe I should spend it on rent. It's just so much more expensive here than in... Fine. Okay. Alright, we should go get... I'm not feeling good, so... we should go to the rock slide. Okay. You approach a few guards and ask them to help you with the diggers. The mayor's orders are already well known in the village. Your companions to be are healthy, well-fed, and in most cases young. Their chanting is filled with excitement. The younger ones are eager to mention they've never been so far away from the walls. The older expedition members are going more to lead and advise. They listen to the instructions carefully and are first to take spears from the guards. It doesn't take long before you're ready to leave. Alright, I ask the guards to open the gate. Off we go. Workers carry clubs, spears, and a simple wheelbarrow filled with food rations, water skins, and tools. While one spade and one pickaxe were made of precious iron, other ones were made either from wooden planks, in case of the former, or deer antlers. Still, being in the forest, your companions share memories about their time spent among the familiar trees. Some were helping the hunters carry a large saurian back to the village. Others escort the druids on their search for rare herbs. But as you get closer to the hills, your companions lower their voices. One of the guards tells stories about the local goblin packs, without hiding any gory details. Her playful tone makes others carefully look around. Keeping the diggers on their toes could be a good thing. Look out for the harpies also. I'd rather help them relax. No, it's probably best. It is dangerous out here. The guard finishes one more of her tales, looking with a smirk at the workers. That's right, you chip in. And that's why we need to keep our eyes open. Threats may hide in rocks, in clouds, and beneath our feet. I'll ride last, so I've got our backs. Now lower your voices. Let's not cause any more landslides. Or just nod, and after you regroup, travel in silence. The diggers put on their leather gloves and grab tools. They don't need you to provide further directions. One of the older men, whose arms are covered with healed claw marks, assigns tasks and roles. The guards take place on both sides of the rock slide, as well as above it. Finally, as the first sound of pickaxe cuts through the sky, the overseer turns toward you. He stands silent for a moment, looking uncomfortable with the idea of ordering you around. I know it'll be tiring, but I'll join the others in clearing the road. At least we'll finish faster. Time is of the essence. You take off your gambeson and prepare your own pair of gloves, telling the guards to take care of Magenta. The overseer tells you to gather the loose rocks, put them in the wooden wheelbarrow. The workers are not eager to engage in idle chat. They breathe heavily and speak only when necessary, coordinating their efforts. It's going to be a rough couple of hours. I knew it was going to be easy when I signed up for it. The hours pass, such work feels refreshing after all the days spent in the saddle. The overseer was right to let you take care of one of the lighter tasks. Your arms get tired quickly. It's time for a break. Everyone leaves their tools where they stand, and then sit on the flat boulders. They take out their food rations and start to talk about their plans for the evening. I'd rather stay vigilant. I'm gonna walk away and look for the beasts. Yeah, it's best. You stretch out your arms and back, then go for a short walk. An ibex with long dark horns and thick brown fur climbs up the rock face, not far away from here. It's leaning against the rocks and seems too small to carry it, yet remains confident and quick. For a moment it gives you a silent look, not aware that, unlike most predators, humans know very well how to cause harm to distant targets. It jumps on tiny shelves and reaches the top of the wall, where it gracefully walks away. You approach Magenta, with its knickers at you, happy to take a long rest in such peaceful surroundings. It bows its head, and you scratch the bottom of its neck firmly. The overseer clears his throat, stands up, and addresses you. So far, nay corpse. He rubs his scars with a grunt. But there was a boot, eh? Maybe the leg walked away on its own. Better grab your axe. We'll strike as soon as we see it. Awoken or not. You ready? Just leave it to me and the guards. Time to use those spears you brought. No, they... Just like how I'm not a digger, they're not fighters. You're that confident, eh? Do not get yourself killed. Witchcraft is witchcraft. And his relieved voice betrays his words. Right now, he gestures for everyone to stand up and gather around him. Do not move more than 2 rocks at once. Anyone hears anything or sees a bone, stop whatever you're doing and shout. We do not need any adventurers. The workers move slowly, breaking, pushing, and carrying away the rocks. The tension is palpable, but since all of them work at once, the progress is good enough. Stand nearby, ready to strike. Time passes slowly until one of the workers calls for help, and you hear a couple of huge rocks fall to the ground. The workers run and, in one case, crawl away from the moving human bones. There's no soul between you and it, though the guards are close and you can catch the glimpse of a moving spearhead. You pull out your axe and dash forward to strike it down. I keep my distance and observe the course. But did the others notice it? Oh yeah, they did. They ran, crawled away. There's no soul between you and it. I could tell no hold in positions and keep my distance. But what if it rushes for us? Then I have to react. But it is better to play it safe. You stand with the raised weapon, observing the moving creature. Its widest skull is cracked, and thin arms held together only by pneuma are reaching out toward you. It doesn't utter as much as a shout, and its empty eye sockets are like an abyss. The crowd observes the creature at first with frightened gasps, then in silence. After a couple of heartbeats, the overseer points to the corpse. The bloody bonehead has no legs! The shock loses its grasp. One of the guards pokes the undead with a spear, and before it manages to catch the weapon, gets hit twice, and many more times till it stops moving. Loose bones scatter around. The first chuckle is followed by bursts of laughter. An old digger looks at you with a smile. Scary, eh? I almost ran away. I'll not only rest yet, push people away and approach the corpse. Hold on. You never know. Once you're undead, you're kind of stuck undead. Smile at the worker, it sure was. I don't want to push them away. But I guess if they are grounded, the undead didn't even have its hips and was lucky to sit in an awkward position. Was this wretch buried by the tree, or did it get trapped after it died here? Wonders one of the guards, and the digger responds by spitting on the ground. Let's hope no one was stupid enough to not burn their dead. Hesitant workers try to stay away from the bones, but then the overseer kicks the skull away, sparking another wave of laughter. He cups his head around his mouth. Now, there may be another one here, and its legs may still be kicking. Grab your tools, we do not have more than an hour ahead of us. He turns towards you and nods politely. You know how to get rid of a corpse on the road. What do we do? No point wasting more time. Cut the bones and throw them down the hill. But we'll choke on them. Our religion is clear on this. Dead deserve dignity, we need to burn it. He sighs. Aye, hard to argue with that. Take 5 souls with you. He rubs his hands together, then raises his voice and starts to assign you tasks. Cutting down branches with simple stone axes take quite a bit of time. You take your tinderbox and gather at an old, dry bough, standing in the middle of a meadow, and cover it with broken twigs and bones. After a moment of silence, you step away from the burning remains. Without a word, your companions observe the unusual pyre for a minute. I move back to the entrance. At least there are no other undead in sight. As the end of the diggers' work gets closer, they grow tired and annoyed, which starts a few squabbles. The overseer has none of it, forcing them to focus. It doesn't take long before the pass is cleared. In silence, the workers remove their gloves, clean their chests and water, and gather the tools. Well, that could have been way worse. Prepare magenta for the rest of the journey. A group of harpies follows your steps, but after half an hour, they give up on you, seeing that you remain in large numbers. Your return trip is safe, and the workers cheer up quickly. Alright, well, I'll keep an eye on our surroundings, just in case. Your lad expedition gets noticed long before you reach the gates, and the villagers gather by the open gate. The parents welcome their children, the siblings and friends mock the presumed cowardice of their equals, and the kids ask for stories. For many of the members of the group, it was the first time they truly left their homes. Since no soul approaches me, I ride through the empty village and lead Magenta to the stables. As you're crossing the first bridge, a guard greets you with a smile. Our mare will wait for you in the usual spot. She's glad to see that you're safe. Yeah, sure she is. So she can use me. You lead your mount to the haystack, and as you loosen up the saddle, yet another person shows up behind you. This time, it's the man with the large club, whom you previously met on your path to the priests, though this time he's wearing sandals. Where'd you get those? You're summoned by Elpis, the speaker of the forest, he states solemnly. And you should see her right away. And if I won't, I'll be there. He nods. We'll see, traveler, we'll see. He turns away and heads south. Falling alone, you're left standing near the main square. Oh, since it's urgent. Building site hasn't changed much since the last day of your visit. The druids are bowing their heads as they form a circle, most of them standing. A few of the eldest sit on tree stumps. Your jester is to wait until Elpis concludes the ceremony. After it's finished, she approaches you in silence. I was asked to speak to you about the rock slide, I'm assuming? She looks at the nearby workers. Even though they are engaged in their own task, she lowers her voice. And 'tis a good thing that you came here first. She spares you a polite nod. The hamlet should stay as it is. Hallisdale needs nae growth. Her shoulders relax as if something more to add. Okay. What What do you mean by that? Our people need nae more gluttony, nae more opulence. Nae creature can ever gain everything that it dreams of. Nay, that's a hurtful pursuit, a run that breaks limbs. Her lips get thinner. Thas's heart belongs to Havlavin. Give her what she wants now, and she'll be weakened. When the day of hardship comes, she will not have enough strength to accept it. What, so it's just politics? There isn't a wild spirit to be afraid of? Without a word, she taps on her staff with her fingers. Well, if you expect me to lie, I need to hear your offer. Her eyes shine, lively as lightning. We do not trade, stranger. We do not beg, we do not bribe, do not promise. We give what is deserved. We do what needs to be done. If your shell is nay empty, you'll do what's right. Alright then. Yeah, I'm not listening to this. Listen, I have superiors. And they're not going to want to deal with the druids. They aren't going to want to deal with the mayor, though. Head to dice. Dice spares you but a harsh glance. Yes? Oh, I thought you wanted me to come see you. She encourages you with a smile. The road is clear. She leans forward, her voice is close to a whisper and cold like a gust of wind. I wish you'd come to me right away instead of opening your ears to Elpis. Her red lips keep wearing her usual smile, but the green eyes match the fury of her tone. She's getting meddlesome. Watch out for what she tries to sell you. Before you get a chance to answer, she straightens up. Don't let me wait any longer. Hit me with the good news, Leto. After you mention the undead, she stops herself from shedding tears of laughter. A skeleton with no legs. That must be a good sign. Still chuckling, her hand reaches to her belt, from which she unpins a leather pouch. You've done well. Our work isn't finished yet, but we're close. So close. She picks 5 dragon bones, then pushes them toward you, holding each one with a separate finger. Alright, I guess it's time for me to search the hamlet. What is this nightmare's trick? You read my soul, Leto. Pay close attention to what you'll find. She rubs her pale hands and then starts to count down on her pale fingers. How many cabins are still standing? Are there any lairs nearby? Any signs of vagabonds? Soul-eating mold? Broken walls? The more you learn, the better. Right. See you soon. You surely don't avoid hard conversations, do you? Most city folk feel hesitant when they meet pagans. She smirks, but the hand clenched around her deer buckle makes you alert. Are you that open to strangers, or the United Church loosen its grasp? I'm interested in who could take their place. The guilds and artisans? The army? I don't like her assumptions. I don't enjoy spending time with pagans, but I'm willing to look past our differences, if it means helping people. The United Church stands strong, and so does laws. Havlavin is still loyal to the Empress, even if she's not around. I don't really give a fuck about the Empress. The Unites are matched by the Order of Seekers, but nothing is set in stone yet. Soon after the war, the army had to take over and never let go of its power. The maritime trade still keeps the city alive. The merchants took the lead. Yeah, I don't like her assumptions. Her eyes shift keen to anger. After a moment, she relaxes her shoulders, but also crosses her arms. Are we done here? You tell me! Asshole. Guess now we can go forward. The longer you follow the corridor of hills, the more daring the harpies get, observing you as they lower their flight. For now, there's 5 of them. Their fluttering, bat-like wings let them hang in a spot, though loudly. The creatures are smaller than goblins, with ape-like features and talons that make you think of a parrot. Their furs in shades of browns and grays. You could try to get through them, but you have to scare them off for good. Otherwise, you won't be able to ride back east uphill. Yeah. Well, I'm ready as I'll ever be. That's not true. But I'm ready enough. Keep riding forward and unpack every piece of equipment that could be of use here. It'd be better to weaken the beast before you clash with them. That's right. Alright, I'll use my crossbow. Your quarrels hit the harpy's side, making it screech. It stays in the air, flapping its wings desperately, but gets lower and lower, unaware of the stream of blood leaving its shell. Now I can take a swing with my axe and let the beast get closer. You find comfort in the rhythm dictated by your palfrey, but you'll struggle to protect both of you, not to mention trying to push away the onslaught. You'll have to use your axe to scare away anything from reaching Magenta's eyes. Too weak to stay on the offense. I'll cover my arms with my armor. I'll cover my head with my armored arms. I've got no tricks to help me here. I'm strong enough to stay on the offense. Let's go. The beasts are too slow to dodge your strikes. Once you cut through one of their necks, the others let you be, exchanging sad glances as they land next to their wounded allies. After not even half an hour, you hear the sound of the sea. Finally. The coast is a mixture of green and gray, with sands already covered by the water. The waves hit the land fiercely, but can put an end to the screeching of seagulls. The signs of human presence are fading away. The grass is overgrown, the path, the palisade, and building are already collapsing. A lonely tree, still bearing signs of human pruning, is unkept and wild. You see no smoke or lights. I keep Magenta close. There may be something hidden behind a rock. In the north, you will find tall rocks sticking out of the land like fingers of a buried troll. The sudden brook hides even more grasses and shrubs, which end with yet another rock face. There are no obvious obstacles that could block you from entering the village, but there's also enough space to look around the wall. I have bolts. I have one. Yeah. Let's just make sure. Take off the linen sack that protects your weapon, prepares it for a shot, then raise it to your eye, getting ready, used to aiming. As you lower it, you feel confident. If anything shows up, you'll have the first shot. Okay. Let's cross the brook. The area is surrounded by cliffs, like an antechamber in a palace. The meadow here is modest, but still lengthy enough for Magenta to enjoy it. You count the tree stumps and boughs, and then realize that this lay is but a dead shell of a lush corpse, a clearing left behind by the settlers. A single shrub is still alive, too weak to withstand the sun and the winds all by itself. You think of the roots spreading beneath your boots, now dead and rotting. Okay, well, we can go to the shore in the west. Found an ocean necklace. The stones here are almost as huge as a building, both on land and in water. You can only guess how much space they occupy beneath the surface. You inspect a dead tree growing by the brook, and find an old necklace among its roots. It's made from a leather strip, now covered in mold, along cream-colored seashells and a few thin, round flakes, most likely made of a sea monster's tooth. We will try to wash it, but to no avail. Guess I'll shove it in my sack. What else can I learn about it? Seeing how hard they are, you wonder if thousands of them could be turned into armor. We'll bring that idea up to the armor. Okay. Well, let's walk along the palisade then. Tell Magenta to drink from the brook and enter the narrow path. The building, which has a door leading outside of the palisade, is closed and its roof has collapsed. On the ground, you'll find a wooden bowl, a mug, a spoon, and a fishing rod. All of them are rotten, broken, or swollen by rains and or frosts. Okay. Nothing there. Go north to the shore. The farther north you go, the more grass gets replaced by sand. You walk by dozens of rocks, many of which are much larger than you, or even 2 or 3 people standing on top of each other. The land reaching from this point to a distant steep cliff is desolate. One could bring here a treasure, bury it under any of those silent sentinels, then never find it again. Okay, well, one place left to go. The roaring ocean overwhelms the whimper of soggy, broken beams. The huts would take a lot of work, but are not beyond restoration, especially the ones in the center, whose simple roof has managed to protect its walls. By its open entrance, you spot a bucket of water, as well as boot prints. "One here, I don't want to hurt you." The strong voice of a young woman reaches you from the building in front of you. "If so, maybe put down the crossroad, eh?" Ah, I knew something was off. I don't think a person has given me much pause since I've gotten here, to be honest. "Alright, fine." Put it on the ground. "Let me see you." After a few breaths, a tall and slim woman steps onto the threshold. Her strung longbow is resting against her hip. You spot the arrow quill sticking out from the quiver. She's standing sideways to you, ready to take a shooting stance. This, combined with her raised chin, gives her a proud, confident look. She's a traveler. It's unusual that she carries no major scars, bruises, or wounds. She's tamed, with flaxen curly hair that is too short to reach her shoulders. It's disorderly and of uneven length, most likely cut with a dagger. Her upper lip is unusually large. Thief, most likely. A big game huntress? I doubt it. But again, why else would you come out here? A thief wouldn't come out here. And you can steal in Havarden. A big huntress wouldn't stay here either. A runaway slave? Her worn, baggy tunic has no sleeves, and her legs are uncovered, showing how impeccably clean her skin is. She observes you keenly, but her sparkling, curious hazel eyes carry no anger. "Sorry to disturb your peace. Can we talk? I hope you're not looking for target practice. I didn't expect to find someone in these ruins. Keep that bow away. I'm on the move for bloodshed." Raise my hands. I yield. Now let's just be reserved. Best to be distant. I didn't expect to find someone in these ruins. "I'm nae just someone." She raised her shoulder. "'Tis my home, and I did not plan to share it. What are you doing here?" Oh, Dice is not gonna like that. The people of Howersdale want me to check on this place. It belongs to them. Well, let's start with the Roadwarden. I'm a Roadwarden and need to learn more about this land. She clicks her tongue and looks away, observing the sand dancing in the wind. "So there's a new one already." Pause. "But there's not much for you to find here. There are never ghosts here." "You know Asterion." She huffs loudly, then spreads out her arms as if to show you there's no one here. "I need to speak with him myself. Tell him that, if you ever find him." "Okay, who are you?" "Just a friendly recluse." She draws, boasting gently. "Though not a very patient one. Better tell me what brought you here." "Okay. Well, the people of Howersdale want me to check on this place. It belongs to them." "Nay, let's not shit one another. What does Tyus want?" Coming from her mouth, the mayor's name is like a toothache. "Why do you think it's her?" "Everyone else has given up on this place. Only she still brings it up. If your horse is here, someone helped you with the rocks, and a farmer would come here without an order." "What's your history with her?" "She must have known that you were here." and she didn't warn me. Typical of her. She wanted me to take a look, see if there are any monsters here. Blood on all of it. She looks at the gate, lets out a huff, and straightens up and meets your eyes. She must not know what you've seen. She points at you with the tip of her bow. Do not tell her I'm here, or better yet, do not tell her this place is still standing. No, you're her daughter, once slaughtered by goblins. Aye, that's my story, and I need it to stay this way. Sterion, help me. Man. Tears well up in her eyes and her brown cheeks blush. Her voice fills up with spite. Thais takes whatever fits in her talents. She was pushing me into marriage out of spite to punish me. But I will not be changed, not by her, not by others. I'm a master of the bow, the hunt, and spells of mine. I'll come back as my own soul, as Agidia, the archeress, Naomir's daughter, and she'll have no power over me. Why don't you return like that now? How long is it going to take till you get to that point? Why do you want the villagers to stay away? She puts a hand on the tip of her bow and starts to stroke it with her fingers. I hope howlers will prosper, I do, but they already have more than they can eat. I'll meet with the forest speakers after the first star and show them I can handle this place. I'll be its guardian. Live here with my friends and not the mayor's eye. She stepped closer to you, the corners of her eyes are turning red. I need it more than they need some fish. Pagan sorceress. You don't have the right to hinder the well-being of the entire village. You assume a lot. You can't expect all your plans to succeed. I can and I do. I know these folks, traveler. You sound like the mayor right now. Only she is allowed to take risks. Only she can make mistakes. Only she can be brave. Well, she straightens up, grasping her bow firmly. I carry a brave soul. I'm ready to be wrong and to face the consequences if that's the only path to freedom. You don't have the right to hinder the well-being of the entire village, do you? And they've got everything they need. The harvest, the mouthlands, the wild game, and they need not protect me from Thais. But I do not hate them for it, you see. She is cruel. What I take is what I deserve after their silence. You blame them for being complicit. What were they gonna do? No, this is more. This is more than just a marriage thing. What do you have against Thais? She pulls the string of her bow. Why was she punishing you? I'm not barred. Words escape me, and my pain shall die with me. But Elpis, a forest speaker, also knows the real mare. She wants others to see her as strong at all costs. She swings the bow like a staff, right above the ground as if to hit invisible legs. She punishes those who stand against her, and I did the worst crime of them all. She makes a dramatic pause. I doubted her. Well, the druids don't control the village. Thais does. She controls what my neighbors let her control, and only because she's good at hiding from them what they do not want to see. But let her fail. She smiles. Let the others hear that their good old fishing spot has turned into ruins. Once I'm back, this moment of weakness may make just a difference. She suddenly bites her lip, revealing her white teeth, then points at you with her bow. I'm done with your mistrust. I do not need your approval to know I'm right. Well, what's in it for me? I have a job to do. She chews on her lower lip and straightens up. A favor for a favor. She looks into your eyes. Keep my secret, and one day I'll help you back. In the wilderness, my talents are of great value. She raises her bow slightly. One that's been able to stay alive all by herself for half a year. The merchants are not gonna like you being in charge. I can tell you that much. They might come before the thaw. She observes you in silence, drawing short lines in the sand with her foot. I'll trust you put the time you have to good use. I'll cover for you, but only until spring. You can't take this place away from Howler's Dell. That's only how long I'm here for anyway. She doesn't know. She didn't set me up for a trap. It feels like there's information that I'm missing. And I'd rather not fight her, especially when she already has a bow in her hands and Numa on her side. Yeah, I'll cover for you, but only until spring. You can't take this place away from Howler's Dell. She closes her eyes, takes a few deep breaths, and starts to stretch her arms and back, as well as walking about. You can see the tension leaving her shell with every step. Fair, more than fair. Thank you. Tears well up in her eyes, but her voice stays strong. I'd hug you, but you must forgive me. She grabs a strap of her rag as if it's meant to explain everything. Agidia asks you to give her a few minutes, and you return to Magenta. When she returns, her hair is combed and she's wearing a brown linen tunic. Slightly darker than her skin, a red trim on its neck and sleeves, long enough to reach her knees. It's as good as new, a relic of Tyus' luxuries. You ever been at the heart of the woods? No, I need to know about Asterion, most importantly. She touches her lips with the tip of her bow. Well, I do not know where he is. I spent little time with him, but he's a stranger with a pure heart, like it's made of iron. She glanced at you. He does not talk much. Must be a warden thing, eh? Nay, I will not stay around, he said. She tries awkwardly to imitate a male voice. I ride east next. East, I ask. To Hounders? Farther, he said. To the Enchantress, maybe? Even farther than that. His own words. East. Farther than the Enchantress. We're gonna have to ask her about that. She looks at you triumphantly. What? Oh, he means the tribe of the Green Mountain. I'm sure. That's where they live, away from any road. I'm never sure how to find them. Maybe one of the forest speakers could help you. Ah, right. Is this your necklace? She doesn't reach for it and instead lowers her head to your open paw. Nay, 'tis ugly. You found it here? Must be old, from before my time. Alright. Yeah, you ever been at the heart of the woods? Nay, we do not hunt for beasts. Beyond the nearest hills and ponds, if I were to enter the deep roads, I'd have some long preparations to do. Good gambeson, sharp blade, healthy shell, food in my belly and in a sack. Oh, you're gonna need more than that. She glanced at Magenta, can't stop her chuckle. And I'd take someone with me, or a group of someones, but you already have all the help you need, I see. Well, Magenta did help me out. How'd you manage to survive for so long all by yourself? 'Twas not so hard, but it will change now with the roads cleared for larger beasts. She bites her lower lip. I eat birds, some green leaves from the top of the cliff to keep my hair strong. She touches it with an open palm. And I learn how to catch the small fish from the stream. The nights are not much better than in the woods, I admit. If nay for my spell, the monsters would have gotten through many times. The door is not enough. My smell is around, you see. They know I'm but food. You're a spellcaster, you ask, and she playfully touches her canine with the tip of her tongue. I've many talents. Pray to nay learn about them all. And I probably shouldn't say this, but you are a lot like your mother. I'm sure they are found near the fallen tree. Ah, well, could you tell me anything about this? Ah, my expertise is required. Her smile turns to a chuckle. Let me take a look. She returns it to you after a few moments. There's nothing special. Where'd you find it? It wasn't using a hunt, was it? On the side of the road. What makes you say that? People from Gale Rocks make those, orange and black, you see. I did learn that. She points at the fletching. Colors for combat, human arrows, as I was told. 'Tis a spell thing of theirs. Brown feathers are for deer, green and orange are for goblins, and so on. Okay, black and orange are for humans. Spell, you say, does it work? She gives the arrow back. How can one tell? They say it works. Maybe there's a ritual or something like a secret. Now Fletcher may know it. I haven't met a Fletcher, but I haven't to kill rocks yet either. Alright, any chance you know Aristos? Believe me or nay, but you'd lose this bet. Her smiling lips softens her gaze. Aristotle did not spend any time with those of us who put their lives at risk in the woods. He was too busy chasing after my sister and building these wooden boxes of his. But he's still young, you know? Give him some time to get smarter. Yeah. I'm afraid if I send him off with the hunters, he'll be a liability. Well, it's getting late. Is it safe to rest here during the night? She points her bow at the broken palisade. I do not know. You tell me. I'm not sharing my shelter with you. Your horse will not fit through the door anyway. Better turn back to Howlers. Oh, aren't you a ray of sunshine? You know what? I will tell you. You do remind me of your mother. She nods slowly, still holding a bow, and observes her mount. You leave the hamlet. Go to the harbor, I guess. The sea here is not like the one from Havlavin's port. The harbor and water most people see during their busy days are full of life, ships, warehouses, traders, dockers, and of course, there's Sickle, the barrier island that provides the city with its lagoon, but also serves as a home to dozens of species of birds, monkeys, and rodents. For most people, the sea is never silent. But if one travels to Sickle and looks west, or embarks on a boat and sails away, there's yet another view, a very different one. The never-ending blue, the emptiness, the humming waves, the monsters swimming to the surface just to make a breath, not even interested in the wooden vessels. Many say that if one jumps off a ship with a heavy stone, they will drown before they touch the seabed. Here, however, the water can't be separated from the rocks that cuts through it, like a swarm of mushrooms in a dark forest. Their shapes and sizes vary, but it's their number that makes them unusual. If you were to name each one, you'd have to make up at least half of the names. Huh. You walk by the small garden that carries a few bean plants and not many weeds. You leave Magenta behind and take a walk on the wooden logs on the massive bridge. They're in much better shape than the other structures here, and the boat is almost new, still shining proudly from varnish. You look back at the nearby building. While restoring all of the structures to their former functionality will be rough, there's a lot to work with. Dias would be pleased. And if she would find out. Okay. To the Dell then. I just gotta figure a way to lie to her without her telling. She's way too cunning. Way too shrewd.